From the automotive capital of the world, we get a look at a venue that pays homage to that industry. Welcome to Ford Field here in Detroit, Michigan. Up next, it's our main event between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Detroit Lions. Ball is teed up. Joshua Carty to do the honors. And we're off and running from Ford Field. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. It's the first carry for the rookie out of Purdue. Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Herbert from the gun. Completed over the middle. And that short field pass, Brock, is held to the short field. It's going to be 4th and short.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down? 20-yard line.
Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. We'll call that one a gain of, let's say, 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. I'll throw it. And no look there, and that throw falls to the ground.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. The defender was waiting for that one to make a play on it, knocked it away, forcing 4th down. So an 0-2 start to the game for him, Brock, and not surprisingly, his team headed to the sideline after a 3-and-out.
I think it's going to take a few more incompletions before they start to panic, but that's far from the type of start they had planned for in this one.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Throw is there for Rondé Ganson. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Short pass brought in. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. That's a pickup of 9. That's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
That's what I call a healthy return on investment. You run the toss play, looking for positive yards, looking to move the sticks. I'm looking for that to be called again.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Set.
Give now to the running back. And he'll only get this to the 26 before going down. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Herbert back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's not going to get the first. Made it real close, though, didn't he, Bronk? It's a gain of 5, 3rd down coming up. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. Here's the give on 3rd and short. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You love a huddle. Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there. He's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Herbert now off the play fake. Has it down close. And he stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. They're both quarterback and tight end. Went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope we have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully. And the tight end, the beneficiary.
Not able to make a push for that goal line. He's hit for a loss back at the 3. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9, all the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in...
And he gets in, touchdown! The Chargers go up 6-0 here in the 1st. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is...
Oh, and it's no good. Just his 2nd missed extra point of this season. And they failed to tack one onto that touchdown. Probably still thinking about that missed extra point, partner, but he's got to move past it quick as he gets forward to send this one away. And he's going to elect not to bring this one out, so no run back this time. We'll pick things up from the 35. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. A start on the ground with Gibbs. Escapes the defender. Has room down the left sideline. He will go! Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions throw 6 points onto their score. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Lions take the lead on that successful kick. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. No return here. This kick's going to wind up as a touchback. To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground, you can throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
He gets this one to Gadsden. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Throwing on 1st is Herbert. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Tried to float that one in, and defenders there for the interception. Terry on Arnold has it. Well, I I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did.
Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. He completes it in traffic. And he's tackled with a first down yardage. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it. And that offense just put on display some teaching to the core.
And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They gain 11 on that play. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Throwing now on first down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and it's going to be 2nd down.
Second down and 10.
Looking to throw here. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
That winds up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. So we're through one. 7-6 is our score. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Back and beginning the second quarter. Lions in possession. They've got the field goal team out there, and this would be an impressive kick to resume play. Got all of it, but no good. He needed a touch more to clear that crossbar. And they can't push the lead beyond the field goal.
That fooled me. He had it online. That wasn't the issue. Just didn't have the leg he needed. And the ball goes the wrong way as he's denied by the crossbar.
Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. 12 yards on that play and a good call nets him the first.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense. Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows and the throwing lanes aren't there long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line.
Let's go. Ready?
On 3rd down, Herbert. He beams one deep right side. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
So on 4th down, on comes Cameron Dicker and the Chargers for a field goal try. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. It's no good. It had the leg, but his aim wide right. And they fail to claim that lead. They're still down by a point.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
On first down, it's Gibbs. These drives quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Trying to throw this from the gun. Still has some space inside the 35. There it is. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions grow the lead to 7. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Play action now for Herbert. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield stripe, Brock, as he's sent out. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already at midfield. Herbert on first down. Komet's got it, left side. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, 2nd down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Oh, and they're going to have the fullback drive power for it. No gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this. It's over. Over.
On 3rd and 2, Herbert. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
A little outside their comfort zone to try field goal, so instead they're going for this on 4th down.
Count it.
They snap it to Herbert. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Damone Clark. The 4th down call ends in a defensive highlight as he picks up the throw and gets his guys off the field.
You know, one way or another, it looked like they were going to get off the field that time, but it's so much sweeter as a defense to run off that field holding the ball. So many defensive coaches in this league preach it. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Not only the energy you create on your side, that little seed of doubt you put in the quarterback's mind the next time he goes out to throw it.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. He's dropping back to throw. Taken in by Williams outright. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Back to throw on 3rd down. Finds him on the crossing route. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And the Lions have a first down. He's going to throw it. Intercepted. And the Chargers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Their first pick of the game comes in an awfully big moment. Really just cancels out all the great work your defense did to give you that ball.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Not deterred by that pick. He's thrown again. It's caught. This is Lad McConkey. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field. I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets him back behind the sticks.
And he's down to almost, no, actually going to give him the 30 here. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he can do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Motioning left is their running back. First and 10, Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one doesn't go far. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
So when we come back, Brock, it's going to be 2nd and 8, so we've reached our 2-minute warning. Stick around. Some more from Ford Field and on its way. 8 yards to go, and let's see how they approach this second down. It's Herbert once more. That finds Kmet downfield. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. They get 19, and now they're going to have first and goal.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Four downs now to get in. Here's first and goal.
Set.
They send a man in motion.
Ready.
Herbert throwing again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Set. Let's go. Set.
Now Herbert again. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. The Chargers earn the chance to tie it before halftime. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all, at this point, expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
Wow, down by just a score, a lot of game to go. But look here, it's an onside try. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. First and 10. Drive begins with Gibbs. Shoots away from one. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. 28-yard pickup there. And that is good for Detroit first down. New set of downs from 37.
First and 10.
They'll throw here on first. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there can be more interceptions.
Here we go.
They'll throw on 2nd and 10. Finds him over the middle. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. Gain of 15 there. And the Lions have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
A give left side for Gibbs. It's inside the 10. And he will get this to the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Lions grow their lead to 8.
Chargers 13. Joshua Carney to kick
The
off.
Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Hits his running back. Breaks the tackle. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
It sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Gets it downfield, on target to Gatson. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34.
Set. Delta, stop.
Herbert from the gun. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football. Man, he has already been burned twice in this opening half, Brock, and that probably should have been the trifecta, just avoiding his 3rd interception.
Yeah, he's going to have to look in the mirror and make some serious adjustments here, because that 3rd pick, if he keeps making these kind of decisions, yeah, that 3rd pick's a coming. We cannot be this careless with the football.
5-9, 5-9. Go.
Herbert to throw once more. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there. Herbert now to throw on 3rd. That is incomplete, down to 13 seconds left. Fails to find his running back. So it's going to be 4th and short.
So far, this script, well, it's dictated some early looks for this running back, and now you're seeing the adjustment defensively. Not so easy on those checkdowns. Nowhere for that ball to go.
On 4th down, here's Herbert. Oh, it's the screen. Pass complete. And he's out of bounds a mile from that marker. This is going to be a turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And somehow they've reached the end zone with no time remaining in the half.
I think he'll take his highlights however he can get them on handoff, pin-off, and pass. It really doesn't matter. The important thing is he gets the ball. He gets the touch. He can do his damage. Big time.
That one splits the uprights. And the Lions lead by 15 now. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
First and 10. So they're on 27-yard line.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. A give to Gibbs to start the third. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Here we go.
Pass play now. Short pass brought in. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
So 1st down from the 41. Trying to throw this from the gun. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Here we go. Set. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
2nd and 10, and they'll stick to the air. Throw left side, complete. He is down to the 30-yard line. That one hits for 30. And that is good for a Detroit 1st down.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he could transform a short completion into a big play.
That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up 2nd down. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
It arrived as the ball did to break things up, and things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
3rd and long, they're going to throw. And this is another incompletion.
That's one of those 3rd down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And it's a 3-score game now, an 18-point lead.
Here in the 3rd quarter, he gets a chance to make up for the miss on his 1st attempt of the game. This time, well, he is totally dialed in, and he gets this one to count.
And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. To the right and pulled in by McConkey. And he is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that 1st down. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and that's going to give the Chargers the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Handoff now from the gun. And he's got it up to midfield and into Lions territory. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
They kick the running back in motion. To throw, Herbert. Finds McConkey. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
3rd and short here, trying to pass. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Jack Campbell with the INT. And the Lions get it back on his Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly.
And they take this in for the score. The Lions pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. His third of the game on the ground. That one right down the middle. And the Lions continue piling on to this lead.
Chargers 13.
The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. Back to work after throwing the pick. Flush down now to his left. That one's cut on the left sideline. And he takes it down to the 33. Give him 32 on that play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
It's a gain of 32. First down, Chargers.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Herbert on first down. He should have had another one there. Defense getting opportunity after opportunity to pick it off. The two in a row now have slipped away.
To 2nd and 10.
Play action now for Herbert. Gets his tight end on the corner route. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
A gain of 24 yards. And the Chargers first down. First and goal, Chargers.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he falls through the defense for a touchdown. The Chargers shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
No luck, the Lions there to recover.
Yeah, these numbers, Kate, they're pretty clear. It's hard to recover these onside kicks. Nice job there by the fielding team, but you see why the rules committee, right, the competition committee constantly searching for maybe new creative ways because it is just so hard to get that ball when the other team's prepared for the onside kick.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Straight ahead with Gibbs. Shoves him off. And he's down to almost... Oh, no, actually going to give him the 30 here. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Working now from the gun. Throw caught at the 6. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions can make it a 4-score game as they lead by 24. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call.
Joshua Carty.
The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10.
5-9, 5-9. Wide angle. Go.
Herbert now. And finds Kmet downfield. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield.
16 yards.
That's 16 on the pickup. And that's going to give the Chargers the 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards.
Herbert.
Los Angeles.
He's going to push one deep. Brought in inside the 20. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Well, the jumpiness cost him 5. 1st and goal, a little bit tougher here. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Here's Herbert. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Tough one to attain through that hit. And that brings up 3rd and goal.
Hey, eventually, Kate, as a quarterback, you better be careful throwing check down after check down after check down. Eventually, that defense will catch on to it, and they'll make him pay and punish him there physically.
3rd and goal. Here's Herbert. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position could be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
And no luck, the Lions there to recover. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
Each of these guys on this hands team, well, they're handpicked, no pun intended, for the assignment. And they need the guys out there who could always be relied on to go bring in that onside kick without incident.
First down from the 42.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Catch made left side by Laporta. Along the right sideline, there's space. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. So the back does the work that time. Brock taking it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, a running back in space can be an awfully dangerous weapon on a football field. Whether that's a designed route to him or check down, you see what can happen, what kind of damage the elite running backs in this league can do.